we left in it. So we've replaced it with this. We hope this is, when we make changes, we made quite a few minor and major changes to the studio this week. Look around, you might see a few new things. We want to make sure it's okay with everybody, though. So hopefully everybody is okay with this picture. We don't want this to throw anybody off or think things have changed too much. Here at Redbar, I know the world has changed for a lot of people over the last 3 weeks. We've seen Josh Denny.
Can you guys
Rumors of a 12-year relationship with Netta Gaby coming to an end. Redbar investigates tonight. Tony Hinchcliffe, his rise to power does not stop. Tonight, we await the long-awaited special, maybe, from Tony Hinchcliffe, exclusively on X, dropping tonight during this show. Let's move this. This is beautiful, Jules. Thank you so much for this. This was a gift. Thank you so much for that. We've got Jelly Roll. We've got the Hurricane Survivors giveaway. Today, we're going to be giving $2,500 away.
You thought we forgot about those hurricane sufferers.
Oh, no. And you know what? I was going to give a little bit more money for them, but I thought $2,500, it's been probably a few months already since they survived this hurricane. How much trouble could they be in? So $2,500, still very nice. Still more than anybody else has given, any other podcaster. Joe Rogan included. Look at this glass. Let me just... We've got Jeff Dye. We've got Jelly Roll. Wait till you see what he did. And we've got Rick Glassman. We've got all your favorites here today
and
on this.
So much more
On this all-night luxury version of Red Bar. Welcome to the show. But first, hold on. We're doing things differently. This is a new world. You like my hat, by the way? This is from Jeff Wittick, Jeff FM. Thank you very much. I bought this hat myself. I buy all Jeff Wittick merch myself. Every couple months, I go to his web store and I buy myself a few new things. This month, I bought the Jeff X Tana Dry Shampoo. Yeah. Very excited. Pink bottle. I've got my pin here today to support our country, of course. And to further support our country, I thought new tradition here in the studio. A lot of new things happening out there in this world. I've brought some new traditions to this show, starting with the pledge. Yes, we're going to start with the pledge. As you see here, cut to the wide, Jules, we've got this beautiful flag here. We've got the flag of Austin and the flag of this beautiful country, the United States of America. When I was a kid, we were forced to do this pledge in school, and I used to call it forced. Now I call it, we were lucky to do this chant, this this spell, if you will, for America. And I would lip sync the pledge when I was a kid. I did. So let's try this. Here we go. If you could turn to the flag and put your hand on your chest, please. And we're going to try this here. Yes, here we go.
Wait, I have to look up the Pledge of Allegiance lyrics.
I don't think you should be doing this. You're not an American. You're an immigrant here. I don't think you should be involved in the pledge at all. Let's turn to the flag here. You guys know the words at home. Let's try this out. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. Are you guys ready to start? Redbar!
I'm so excited.
I need to get into this Josh and Netta stuff. Did they break up? This is all over the news. Josh Denny, if you don't know, if you're a new listener, many new people here to a Red Bar. That's why we say give it a year. Give it a year isn't just for the hatresses, Jules. Give it a year. It's for everybody. You'll learn. You'll figure it out. You'll know what's going on very shortly. It might not even take a year. But give it a year. You must trust us. Josh Denny, he's not being covered by anybody. except for my old buddy Melton. Anybody heard Melton's new laugh? I think I got to show people Patrick Melton, one of our other original fools. You know, they came from the same pot. Denny, Josh Denny, resident fool here on Red Bar, was Patrick Melton's co-host on Patrick Melton's long-running show, Nobody Likes Onions. And Patrick is in quite the little scandal right now. Josh Denny's in quite the little scandal right now, hopefully. Cross our fingers. And Melton has been doing a new laugh that I must show you coming up today. Does anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about? This new laugh. I can't say it's something I'm a fan of. I can't say it's not something that drives me crazy.
I can say I hope you guys have been watching Melton every second for the last month. That's all I can say. Sorry,
God,
you're not supposed to talk about Melton.
God, my
I'm
Melton. There's a
obsessed.
reason we did 3 years straight watching him every single day. My Melton. Okay, I think we should do that first drink. We should get the party started here on Red Bar. We drink. We've got some. It's still here. The Jim Beam is still here. Let's have that first drink. We've got a great first drink song for everybody. Let's get started early because we've got a hell of a lot to cover. And please, you're going to be with us all night. So make plans, pace yourself. Don't get too drunk. You're not going to want to miss some of the stuff coming up near the end. And that could be 9-10 hours from now. Isn't that crazy? Do people stick around the whole 9 or 10 hours during the live show?
Some do.
Some do.
I've seen it.
Okay. It goes by like that. Before we know it, we'll be in that 10th hour. I can't believe it. Okay, let's take that first drink. I want to get things started. Haven't had a drink in about a month.
Not me.
You know, there's one more very important thing I want to, that's very funny, Jules. One more very important thing I want to mention. And this is real. This is real, of course. We don't know who won the election. I'm not kidding. We tried to do a thing. If you guys remember, months and months and months ago, we said, Red Bar wants to try to do something that no one else has ever done. We want to go electionless. Remember this? We said we're going to do it. And we did. We purposely went out of town the week of the election. We did not see who won. Okay. You know, we've been hoping, we've been praying. We don't know who won. We came back. We've been not checking Twitter. We've been not trying to see any spoilers, so please, no one in the chat today, do not tell us who won. We haven't
seen it yet.
We have not seen. Maybe by the end of today's show, we'll try to figure out where, you know, we'll ask. I don't know if I can even trust the chat. Are they going to be trolling me about who won? We've got our fingers crossed. That's why we're here today for America. We're celebrating, of course, Austin and America, the two greatest places in the country. And please just, that was for, don't tell us who won, okay? Please. Do not tell us, please. We want to see
we're
if
so
this experiment.
To watch it. We just have
and
not
we're dying.
Had
Trust
time.
me, holding this, trying not to see, trying not to look, this has been hell. It's really been hell. It's been almost impossible, I would say. And God knows what other stuff we might have missed trying to avoid all this blocked stuff in all of our feeds. Yikes. Let's have that first drink. We got a great new song from ASAP Ferg. Bring him in. Welcome to Red Bar. We're here today. So much to look into. And like I said, Tony Hinchcliffe, is he dropping a new special tonight? Is this what he's saying? We saw this. Here, I'll pull it up on my phone. I don't want to put the TV up too early. We've been refreshing X.
It's not up yet. Don't
all
bother.
day. I know. I want to show the little promo here, and I'll show it on my phone. Here we go. This came out yesterday, 1 day ago. Let's see if I could. Does he have music? Here, look at this. Cut to the close-up. A new special set from Tony Hinchcliffe. Garbage, it's called. Ooh. Exclusively on X. Hell yeah. You know, the comments on this, not too good. I can't believe it. You go to Instagram, these comments, Tony has been getting attacked before the election results, after the election results. People are not happy with Tony Hinchcliffe or that dirty, nasty, stanky comedy mothership. Oh, there's my Austin flag. I salute you. You know, Austin, they're thinking about turning Austin into the new D.C., moving the White House down to Austin. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, Joe Rogan, the official podcast of this 2024 election. Can you believe that? Joe Rogan. Who would have thought when I was covering, I'll never forget when Patrick Melton, Nobody Likes Onions, OG fool, Patrick Melton, was on his show many, many years ago, and he goes, "What is Mike David?" He doesn't call me Redbar. He calls me Mike David. And please don't confuse this as talking smack about Melton. We love our Melton. He's ours. Okay? If anyone's going to make fun of him, it's going to be us. So I'm very protective over my Melton. But I'll never forget when he goes, "What does he do? Just cover Joe Rogan? Who the hell even knows about Joe Rogan?" Look where that's taken us. Look where that's landed us. Can you believe? Our Joe Rogan. Covering him since almost, since he started his podcast. And now here he is, swaying the election. Well, we'll see. Did he sway that election? We don't know. Tony Hinchcliffe, of course, another guy we've been covering since the beginning of time. And now here he is, one of the biggest stars in the world. I'll tell you this. You saw him on our Day of the Red special. You saw Big Spid trying to attempt to influence. Remember Big Spid over there? He's here, by the way. Cut you that wide. Can anyone see where Big Spid resides? Big Spid was a big hit on that last show. Influenced by Tony Hinchcliffe. Influenced by Tony's speech, which is what Tony calls it now. At that MAGA. I like to say MAGA. You see these people who say MAGA? I say MAGA. At that MAGA rally. And, Big Spit, he did very well here. People really liked it. In fact, did you see this? You see this Big Spit art we got here? Look what I'm doing. Everything be physical here on Red Bar. Look at this. Big Spit artwork. This is by Levi Smaztrov. Is that right? Smaztrov. Levi Smaztrov. You could cut to the normal there. This is, we're doing everything physical now. No more TVs. Anyone could throw up something on OBS or digitally. This is how I grew up. This is how Jay Leno would do things. Remember? You got this here. Headlines. This is like headlines from... Isn't this nice? We bought a beautiful laser color printer. Not the best quality prints, but I think on TV here, they look just fine. I bought an X-Acto knife. I bought a ruler. Could you imagine Tony Hinchcliffe using an X-Acto knife and a ruler and double-sided tape there to put this on a board? Could you imagine him doing this? Thank you, Levi Smaztrov, for the beautiful Big Spit. I got another one here. Big Spit was a big hit. Look at this one. This is by Eric Bullock. Eric Bullock. He did another version. This is cute. Big Spit.
He's cute.
No AI, of course. These are all hand-drawn renderings. Very nice. I think we got some more stuff here.
People are missing Big Spit. They want him.
Big Spit is talking about coming back. I think he's talking about moving to Austin, though.
He's a working comic, so he's on the road right now.
He's opening for Dave Landau.
But he will be back.
Let's see what else we got here in the physical side of things here. No TV, physical. Look at this. You could cut to the regular first and then...
Sorry.
Does anyone know what this is? Now you could do the close.
Just learning about physicals, sorry.
Physical. So here's the close. Does anyone know what this is? Well, this is the Elan boarding school in Poland, Maine. It has finally burned to the ground. We could applaud for that, right? In fact, look at this. If I want to applaud, look at that. It's burned to the ground. Now, this is one of these cheap now playing record blocks. I put some tape over the now playing. I'm a big tape guy. You notice there's tape everywhere. I'm constantly looking for things to tape. Looking for things to use tape as a label. My favorite tape? Gaffer's tape. Of all different colors. Gaffer's tape from the Union. This is the Elan School, and it is burned down. Finally, my sweet release. I can finally sleep. I think my disease, my sickness has been lifted. There it is, the Elan School.
Elan burned down the same week that Denny and Netta break up.
Isn't this something? The Elan School burns down. Denny breaks up. Tony rises to power, but right to a spot where I want him. We got more. Let's see, my physical media. Oh, this is... So everybody's been talking about, who's Trump's cabinet going to be if he wins. Trump's cabinet, they're talking about Elon, Tulsi, Vivitar, the Indian guy, Vivitar. Yep. From the physical media Vivitar family. A lot of people go, Mike, what would your cabinet be? Well, that's simple. There we go. This is me. This is my cabinet. This is me, Vin Diesel, Santa, and Ryan. There's a real picture of us. We took some promo shots here together, and what do you think? You can show that close-up again in case anyone missed it. By the way, this Red Bar has become a very visual show. So if you're listening to the audio version, take a pause and tune in to see our visuals. We don't mind spending the money on you for the bandwidth. There it is. Again, that is Vin Diesel, me, Santa, and Ryan. This was taken at the movie theater. What did we see at the movies, Jules?
We saw Anora.
Anora. Wow. We saw that in theaters.
Love that movie.
We loved Anora. I'll tell you this. These casting people, could you not? Imagine Anora. Did you see Anora? I won't spoil it. I don't spoil any movie. Imagine Anora with and I don't talk like this. Okay, this is just how a man, this is how Jeff Dye would talk. So,
be careful.
But imagine I'm Jeff Dye or something like that. Imagine Anora with a hot blonde woman instead of whoever the fuck that was. Casting companies, wake up! She was not hot. She was disgusting. We have finally one more piece of physical media. I wish I had more. I wish I did the whole show physical. I might start printing out the whole show. And by the way, we're only doing...
show the videos in like one of those flip books where you thumb through it really
That
fast.
would be something that I would love to do. By the way, we're only doing this physical printout because I got an ad for a Brother laser printer, and I love printers, I'll tell you this. I love office supplies. I'm a huge office supply junkie. You should see I've replaced almost every tool in our office with a new version from a Instagram store, a high-end Instagram store. Yeah, everything from my rulers to my tape dispensers are bespoke. Is that what you would call it? Designer. And it's all colors. These colors better not go out of style. These primary color objects that everyone's selling now. Everything in your house should be a primary color, glossy paint, mid-century object. Okay, we've got one more physical object, and this is a new segment right here. This is a new segment I'm calling Person of the Week. Person of the Week. Now, what does Person of the Week entail? Mike Redbar. Hold on. Got dry lip. Dry lip, dry mouth. Person of the Week. This is a person that you guys know, that everybody knows, I hope. This is a person who we think won the week. Won the week, and without giving you any explanation as to why, how, or any more details to the story, here is our person of the week, Aaron Imholt from Steel Toe. Now, of course, this is his mugshot. That's not what this is just honestly, the best photo of him
He looks so good.
online.
Both him and April, their best picture ever is their mugshot.
Well, I'm looking for high-res photos of people. And turns out this is the most high-res photo Bing has. You got to use Bing for image search now to find those extra large photos. This is from the police department in Minnesota where he was arrested. But this is Aaron Imholt, of course, from Steel Toe. We barely cover him, but person of the week and a person who has come ahead, in my opinion, and a person we should start getting behind and liking now. Pat Marr. Person of the week, Aaron Imholt. And all of these will be autographed and auctioned off, and then all the money is going to charity. So the hurricane
we printed
heroes.
off this Aaron Person of the Week like a week ago when we were all excited that he was winning over Melton.
Okay.
Melton has been floundering, but a second Person of the Week could have been Netta.
Netta Thompson, of course. Josh Denny's girlfriend, who we'll get into. And don't worry, if you don't know these names, we're going to get into all the big name guys soon. Should I do one more little thing, or should I? Oh, okay, we could do this. So, Josh Denny and Netta, his 12-year girlfriend. Now, we've seen Netta, NASA, as I like to call her. She's as big as a moon.
No, she's looking
She's
amazing.
as big as a moon. She's not looking amazing. I don't know what amazing means to people out there. Amazing means you're 500 pounds, you lose a little bit of weight, now you're amazing. Taking a picture as high as a security camera.
When you're a girl and you see another girl, this is what you say. You look amazing.
Okay, well, I'm not a girl.
Anything other than that is unbecoming.
I'm not a girl, so I'm not allowed. She's absolutely right. A girl can never make fun of another girl's looks. It doesn't sit well. But I can make fun of nasty, disgusting, rotten girls' looks, and I'm very kind to most girls. Unless I feel like you're a bad enough person, like Shane Gillis's girlfriend. By the way, if Nutta Gaby is losing weight, then Shane Gillis's girlfriend is putting it on. And boy, is she. She's, what do they call it? The Shane 15. The Gillis 15. Shane Gillis's girlfriend is starting to, it's almost like, her body is telling her, you got to get big. If this guy is going to be on top of you, you got to gain some weight. And boy, has she ballooned. We've never seen anything like it.
I'm sure she looks
Nutta Gaby
amazing.
is not losing weight. In fact, she's been in the gym all week. Nutta Gaby is Josh Denny, our resident fools. And believe me, this isn't, you go, Mike, isn't this like a private citizen? No. This is a woman who is all over Facebook Marketplace, selling things publicly. On Facebook Marketplace, perfectly public person to go after. And of course, she's committed the crime of standing by Josh Denny's side for 12 years in that Burbank apartment, that 500 square footer with the kitchenette office where he does all of his computing and tweeting, his tweet deck. And she has stood by him while he talks about how stupid and dumb women are. And how much of an idiot girls are. While he brings home $0. While she goes out there and hustles. She's on Facebook Marketplace. You should see the stuff we found her selling on Facebook Marketplace to pay her share of the rent. And believe me, Josh makes her pay her share, and he makes her pay his share. And now Josh has very little shares. In fact, so little shares that he is GoFunding himself. We're going to talk about that coming up. But we haven't looked into this fully. We don't know if she has left him. We have some evidence that points to maybe, yes, she's left him. We have some evidence pointing towards Josh being very depressed this holiday season. Not during Thanksgiving. What's he going to eat? So we've brought in some help. we're going to cover this in a few hours here. We're going to wait till it's like the perfect time. We want to really celebrate. In fact, we will be celebrating tonight. Grab a glass. Grab your fanciest glass. I wish I had something nicer.
I know.
But grab your fanciest glass because we're going to be celebrating the possible breakup of Josh and NASA tonight. But we brought something in. We're very superstitious, especially living here in Tucson. Oh, you should see us in 90s Tucson. We really run the town. If Doug Stanhope, if he runs Bisbee, we certainly run Tucson Piker. That's what I call the city. Tucson Piker. We've brought in some... Uh-oh. I'm not kidding. It's disappeared, Jules.
What are you looking for?
Oh, it hasn't disappeared. I brought in something that we've been told from the people in Tucson. Now, you saw this Day of the Red special that we did last time we were here. We got into some real kooky shit going to all these old antique shops and finding these old cursed items, and a lot of bad stuff has happened to us since. But we did find something that's been working for us. It's kind of a wishing well, if you will. Now, Jules, I don't remember the name of this item, so maybe you could go ahead and tell them what this is.
It's a Buddha's hand lemon.
A Buddha's hand lemon. Cut to that close-up. Let's see. What is this, and why is it here? Well, you know what I got to say, Jules? You know who this looks like? Da Bartman. In fact, I have to draw
You know that Chris
Bart
Chan necklace that everyone says is cursed, that caused Nick Ricchetta's curse?
Yeah.
The Pokemon thing, I forget what it is. This is like the opposite of that. I swear, ever since I bought this lemon, your school burned down.
My school burnt down. Yeah, we've had this for...
I can't even think about.
A lot of good things have happened to us playing with this lemon. Now, this is a weird lemon. It's not just a regular lemon. If you're listening to the audio version, it's 800 weird Tony Hinchcliffe penises. This is, by the way, this is what I meant by Tony. This is Shane Gillis. Tony, we should... I should write their names on each one, and this could be the Fool's Dick Board. Because each one of these is what I imagine the Fool's...
Bart.
Look at this. Yeah, the Fool's Dick Bart. Okay, I want to show you. I didn't plan on any of this. This was a lemon I was going to use in my drink later. No joke. These are my two favorite new pens, talking about office supplies. This is the Uno Pasca. What a lovely pen. I'll tell you, if you're interested in what pens does this Mike Redbar like. This is a paint marker. Black Noir Schwartz Nero Negro. And this is a PC3M bullet-shaped pen. And this is my other favorite pen. I learned this. Guess who I was talking to this week? The cue card writer from my new favorite show, Saturday Night Live. And the cue card writer, I said, what are some of your favorite markers? He said, Mike, Pilot Super Color markers. And he uses a much fatter pen. This is a fine. I'm going to use this one. I think this is a paint marker. So we're going to do Bartman here, right?
Yep.
What is his nose like?
Here, I'll describe it.
I think I got this. Let's see. We're just doing a quick drawing to see if we could do Bartman here. I really didn't want to do this. This is not something that I planned to do, and I kind of don't want to do it much anymore. I'll tell you that. I've got a lot more exciting things to do than do this. And will I even do a good job? Will it be Bart? This is the nose. And those are the eyes. Okay. Forget the Bart part, but I do like this new idea. I should have just stuck with this. So these are fool's dicks. And each one is a little bit different, but just as crooked as the next. So here you could have, I'll do this one, looks like Denny. See, you could kind of feel whose dick is who. This one here, right here is Denny's.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to write Denny on there. And again, all this stuff is going to be up on our website, available to buy, and all the proceeds go to Netta Gaby to get her an apartment. And you'll see why. So there we go, Denny. You show the close-up to show how nice my handwriting is like that.
Wow.
Now imagine if you owned this whole thing and it had all the fools' names signed by me on the bottom. Let's find Tony. Yep, right here.
The one that's long and bent.
Yeah.
Or no. Ooh, that
what?
really long one that's right by your hand with a pen. Yes.
Yeah. You're right. When you're right, you're right.
Thanks, babe.
So... oh, this marker doesn't write on everything. The oils of the lemon have defeated the Unipasca. So we're going to go to the Pilot Super Color, which is also a paint-based marker. Let's see if it works. No, the oils have defeated both markers. They refuse to write the word Tony.
He's too powerful.
On there. And, these markers, they claim they write on everything. We're going to go to the basic Sharpie. Now, I should probably wipe this down. There's probably some oil leakage here. Now, the Sharpie is working a bit better, but not much. So that's like what I'm talking about. See this, Jules?
The fuck?
Okay. We're going to work on this, and when I dry it off and maybe put some sort of primer on it, we'll label the dicks. And then you can have this beautiful sculpture of all the fools' peepees, because Shane Gillis, Tony Hinchcliffe, Josh Denny, they've all got disgusting rods. So when they get with a girl, when they situate themselves with a woman, that's a rape to the woman. No girl wants one of these. Playing with one of these. Remember Shane Gillis's girlfriend? This is what she does. As she laughs, she goes, is that what? Okay.
The lemon twigs.
Okay, baby. The lemon twigs. Josh Denny, Tony Hinchcliffe, Shane Gillis, Sam Talent, all their penises here today. But the real reason we have this is to wish upon it, right? Do we have any wishing music here? Do we have any music that you think would be nice for this, Jules? To wish upon the breakup of Josh and Netta. Before we get into the big segment today, I'd like to kind of use, the powers that God has given me, the powers that Joe Rogan and America have given me there. We've got some music there. Let's see. There we go. Dear God, dear Rogan, dear Tony, please make it be true. Have Josh Denny and Netta broken up? Is Josh all alone? Is Netta looking for a place to stay? Will I give Netta $10,000 for all of Josh's secrets to help her as she finds a new apartment and a new life? Will I get her that weight loss surgery? Please, God and America and Joe, bring us what we crave. Bring us what we desire here on Red Bar. Do it for us. Do it for the heads. Fuck. Do it for Pac. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I think that might work. Thank you. Jules found this at a store, thought it would be a funny visual, and look at that. Now,
thank God I did. Okay.
Now let's talk about my flag pins. Thank you, and thank you to the lemon. Hopefully that will... So I bought a couple of flag pins here, and guess where I got them from? You're not going to believe it. A lot of people, this is what most people do, like these flags here. Okay, cut to the flags, Jules. These are the flags of the United States and Texas, of course, Austin, Texas. Or just Texas, I think. Now, believe it or not, there's a little light on this flag. You could keep it open. Believe it or not, there's a little light on those flags coming from right above. You got to light everything. Everything in your world needs to be individually lit and modified with light modification. Modifiers, of course. Now, as you see these flags, they don't look luxury, do they? Now, each flag stand here was $175. But guess where I had to get them from? Amazon.com. So I was burned. I couldn't get anything sooner, okay? I couldn't find these flags, at least the luxury versions of them, any sooner. When they came, I was hoping they'd be fabric flags. they arrived, of course, nylon flags. No good. And you could see they're a bit wrinkled. That drove me nuts. I sat there
doing the pledge, and I saw that wrinkle. I was
well,
like, thank you for explaining.
Nope, I've got it all here. So we have a Jiffy steamer. This is the J2000. The J2000 Jiffy steamer, industry standard steamer. I spent hours steaming both flags. First, I hung them up. I steamed them. That wasn't working. I used the steamer spray that's supposed to wrinkle release. That didn't work. Then I laid them on the ground and I ironed them with my metal-tipped steamer, industry standard steamer. They still didn't come out. So I don't know how anybody is putting up flags. Anthony Cumia has even got a better flag than this. They've all got better flags. These are nylon. They don't burn well.
Wow, I'm learning. This guy says you're not supposed to have a state flag with an eagle and at the same height.
Okay,
LMAO.
well, I'll tell you this. I bought both American flag stands. I bought the state flag separately, and they do both have an eagle. That's a sharp eye on you, son. Now, where's that kid from who said they shouldn't have an eagle?
Russia. No, I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Whoa, I hope not. So I went for the rest of my stuff. That came in, I go, okay, this is shit. You can't count on Amazon for America stuff. And I hope these guys who do all this America crap are not going to Amazon to buy their America stuff from China. Guess where I went for the rest of my America stuff? You're not going to believe it. WhiteHouse.gov. Oh, yep.
Oh, really, dude?
Yes. This flag pin is the official, yet jumbo size. Okay, so it might be a bit bigger. This is the jumbo size American flag pin from the White House store. This is the regular. You could cut to the close on this. This is the regular one that Darnell wears, Biden wears. I wanted a little something, a little more bold, a little more beautiful, so I went with the jumbo. And then I was going to drink from this too, because we're celebrating, we're praying for this election here. I got the official White House mug. You see this? Now, they didn't print here. I like a mug that prints here. I'm right-handed. I want my mug logo here. So when I'm drinking, everyone could see. So many people put their mug logo here if I'm left-handed. I got a couple goodies in there, too, for later. This is the White House mug. The official mug is $45. Jules, it's no different than Zazzle. It's no different than the place.
45?
Or, well, it's whatever the number of the president was when Trump first won. So it's just that laser shitty, $7 mug you buy, from Overnight Mugs, where you just want a one-off, or when you go to the mall and get the mug done. I couldn't believe it. So Cheap Champions White House edition. Can you believe what they're doing? $45. The flag pins were $300 a piece. And I would have bought the flags from them, but you should have seen they were charging about $1,500 a flag.
What about the Trump
White
guitar?
House.
Did you get that?
So the Trump guitar, guess what I did? Well, I went and I reported it to Gibson.com. And they've sent him a cease and desist. Do you see Trump guitars? He started selling a Les Paul Gibson knockoff guitar. Now, I'll tell you this. Trump guitars, greater than those Taylor Swift guitars that just came out on the same day. On the same day, Taylor Swift put out a couple custom Epiphone guitars with these hideous stickers of her album covers.
Not even pictures.
Random pictures with the album names on it. She used this $159 Epiphone DR100 acoustic guitar.
She's never been so
hideous.
Great with designing
the
things.
headstock on those things is about as long as my disgusting. And Trump guitars came out the same day with this wicked Les Paul. Maybe we'll show you a little bit later. Immediately sold out. But no, they did not sell out. They were immediately hit with a cease and desist from Gibson, which is not a story that's making a lot of news. Gibson, of course, American guitar company. And Trump did a knockoff Gibson guitar from China for his Trump guitars that he signed and endorsed for $1,500 all the way up to $11,500. Now, I was going to buy the cool one with the America
one.
stuff. It says "Make America Great" across the playing part. But I as soon as I went to buy it, it was already sold out. Gibson had gotten to them, and they threatened Trump with a lawsuit. So now Trump is fighting with Gibson guitars. Now, Tony, your Kill Tony guitar is in fact a Gibson Les Paul. You got to give that away. You can't be supporting a brand that sued Trump. You are Trump now. Okay. Should we do a little rise and get a rise out of the heads listening to this show? Because I think they're in for quite a treat. If I had to put money on this show, I'd put a few $1,000 on it because it's that good. Let's do a little rise. Let's get a rise out of you. And do we have a rise song? Did you have something picked out there? Okay. Great. And a 1 and a 2. And a hit it. Rise here to us. First of all, Dasha from Red Scare dated Adam Friedland, famously dated him for quite some time.
Jealous of.
Now, Adam Friedland is a very big friend of mine. Adam Friedland is also against Destiny. Adam Friedland has also appeared on the Hassan Piker stream on Twitch.
Juana Man.
Which should be banned for its anti-Jewish rhetoric, right?
Why is it being Jewish an insult to you, Nick?
Adam Friedland dated Dasha. Adam Friedland did a debate against streamer Destiny. Kicked his ass. Now, we are anti-Destiny. We are anti-Israel. And we're anti-the Kleins.
For now.
A lot has happened this month. So much has happened. Almost every name out of my mouth today is in some sort of hot water, some sort of scandal, some sort of giant breakdown. You know, fools I've been personally following for 15, 20, 30 years are all peaking as we speak. And many of the fools that you followed here on Redbar for so many years. Whoa.
What the fuck?
I just channeled Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein, get this. Ethan Klein's got a new tick, and it's a cough. And it sounds just like that.
Whoa.
I'm not kidding. Did I develop Klein's cough? Ethan Klein now goes like this.
Klinefelter's syndrome.
Fuck Palestine. Fuck it. Uh-oh. Ethan Klein has a cough now that might be one of his new ticks. And by the way, it is not illegal to make fun of Ethan Klein's Tourette syndrome. In fact, just yesterday, he was making fun of one of our leaders of the country, RF Paul or RFK. And Ethan Klein was caught on his show going, "Why am RFK? What do you say?" And making fun of one of our leaders here. I couldn't believe it. So, okay, Ethan, I guess it's okay to make fun of your Tourette's, which I will do today. I was doing it yesterday when I was making my big roast. We made, this was Thanksgiving. I know everyone made the best food. I heard Patrick Melton made a turkey breast bone-in on the grill, broccoli. He made, yeah,
there ain't
right.
No fucking way he made a big
There's
Thanksgiving dinner and then rushed to do his stupid show about
We know
fat
everything
people.
Patrick Melton had for Thanksgiving. We memorized it. Ethan Klein claims he made potatoes. He did not. I don't believe anybody made anything. Guess what we made? First time ever. Porchetta roast from Meat and Bread. The same one they do. You ever been to Meat and Bread? Bread and Meat?
Love
In
that
Canada?
place.
We made their, well, we didn't do the sandwich version because we're still off bread and sugar. Can you believe it? I haven't touched the stuff. I haven't touched sugar or bread since I announced it on the show many months ago. And I haven't had anything that spikes my insulin. And quick update on that. Almost no difference in my health. Almost no difference, and I really have been doing it the right way. The worst thing I've had, some potatoes. The worst thing I've had, a Taco Bell taco shell, hard. Not too bad. Those are the worst things I've had in months. And I'll tell you this, my health, barely any better. What is better? My work ethic, okay? Really?
The mind.
We have been working all day, every day, and much more creative, I would say. Health-wise, not much better, but much more creative, much more worky.
Wait till you see what we've got planned.
And with that, I'd like to tell everybody. Merch pre-orders before Christmas. I hope. Now, I can't guarantee that's going to happen, but we're hoping for merch pre-orders before Christmas. Pre-orders are going to could be a year. No, it won't be a year, but it will be a long pre-order time. But we will try to get those up before Christmas. The long-awaited Redbar merch. Will it look good? We're designing it all ourselves with the help of a few talented artists for some collab pieces as well. I think you're going to like everything. Everything, by the way, the best quality that we've ever had. Top quality, everything top quality. Everything fits beautifully. Everything is cool. All the hats are cool. No more dad hat. So this is about the hat I like now. This is the style of hat. You know, they make some that are a little bit better. The ones we're releasing are going to be a little bit better than this. Well, yes, they are. I have the samples here. This is the style hat I now like. Dad hat out. The old Redbar hat was considered a dad hat. Now, that reigned 7 or 8 years. The dad hat ruled ever since Kanye threw it back on. You know, these dad hats have been around for generations. They fell out of popularity. Most people never wore them. They were used for promotional hats constantly, but nobody really wore them. Then Kanye, Life of Pablo, Madison Square Garden, threw one on. He had the long sleeve, maroon long sleeve. He had the black dad hat, and the dad hats reigned from then till about maybe a year ago. I'd say they died out a little over a year ago. People don't even know they've really died out yet. To me, they're officially dead now. This is the new style hat that I'm okay with. I do not like, you will not get any of those flat-brimmed Melton high hats. And by the way, if you wear one of those sports hats, those Sam Tripoli, Josh Denny Melton hats, those have never been in favor. Those have never been in style, and those will never be in style. You've been wearing the wrong hat your whole life. Please throw away any hat higher than this. Now, for now, but they've never come in style, because you know why? I can never wear a hat higher than this. Any higher than this, I start looking stupid. So if it's any higher than this, you've got no business wearing it. And nobody looks good in a Sam Tripoli, Denny Melton hat.
I was just going to say, stop talking about hats, because then my brain goes, Summer of Hats. And then now I'm thinking of
Melton, Summer of Hats. He did a thing called Summer of Hats where he did about 1,000 of these high hats.
Get him
with
off
very
my mind.
basic embroidery. By the way, a new thing coming to Redbar, no more fonts. Everything must be handwritten. Everything. Okay. Let's get to our first little thing. This is the beautiful Anna Nepkrakova and Dasha Kavorsky on Megyn Kelly. Now, we visited them on Megyn Kelly when they Skyped in. This was, I think, on season 20, episode 2, right?
It was a while ago.
We watched this. Remember when Dasha did that thing? She's on Megyn Kelly, and then you see this. Sneak puff. I loved it. That was something I really loved. That was something that has been in my mind ever since.
It drew me closer to her.
And, you know, I got to say this. We wouldn't really show this, but I got to kind of lay in to Megyn Kelly a bit. Megyn Kelly is what I call a foolette. Yes, Megyn Kelly is, in fact, cringe. Let's pull her up. She should be in next up. This is our very first piece of multimedia for tonight's show. I can't believe it. Again, we're going all paper. Coming soon. We're not going to, and no more videos. It's going to be me holding a card here, and I'll have 24 cards per second. So if we're watching a 2-hour clip, do the math. It's going to be cards stacked to the ceiling and me going one by one really quickly and trying to show you what this person did in motion. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But no more TV. I'm sick of TV. I'm sick of dragging. I don't want this mouse anywhere near me. Computer mouse might as well be a home rat. It repulses me in the same way. Person of the week, Aaron M. Holt, never miss a Red Bar opening. If you come in late to Red Bar, I'd say get out of here and watch it later. I don't like that. And also, rewatch the openings of everything you missed. You really, and I'll tell you this, especially if you're autistic, if you have OCD, don't dare miss any of Red Bar. Don't just watch the clips. If you watch a clip, come back and watch the whole show. You can fast forward during the clip part that you already saw. But don't you dare skip a moment of Red Bar because, in fact, just like the conspiracy theorists thought, every piece of Red Bar is, in fact, a puzzle. Every piece of Red Bar, every word that I say has meaning behind it and is hinting towards something that you need to know. A warning, a beware, if you will. And to miss any portion of Red Bar will really throw your life out of whack. Okay, you got to trust me on this. Trust the lemon and trust the city we live in, Tucson Piker. Our first piece of media here today.
No, there was a couple of other things I thought maybe you wanted to show first.
Oh, okay.
Like you said that you were going to go in on Megyn Kelly. So maybe we should hear some of the opposite
I would love that.
perspective from
Now,
our
let's
friend
see how
Joe
this
Rogan.
works. I don't want to fuck this up. Look how nice this is. Now, I got to say, I've only poured it twice. That's a whole liter. Isn't this beautiful, guys?
I love when my husband's spit hot fire on the
And
mic
look at
like
the
a
glass.
badass.
Look, that's Sheila Klein, everybody. And look at the glass that matches. Isn't this a nice color? This is amber. Very hip. Very, very, very hip. Yellow. What? Really? Okay, bye. So you wanted me to show this first, or this?
This is just one of my
Instagram
favorite
comment.
Joe Rogan thing. Oh, yes, you could do that too.
Do that first.
Or you
Here's
could do that after.
Okay, do this after.
Do the Joe Rogan.
JRE. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice President of the United States of America, Joe Rogan.
And now you're under my control.
Got a new soundboard set up. I'm going horizontal. You see this? Anybody ever seen something like that? A horizontal iPad. Literally? Okay, we're pulling up the great, powerful, the wonderful JRE, the Spotify man. And we're going to 158.35, Red Bar Rewind. Will you work? New keyboard. Another minor change on Red Bar. A lot of shows don't do any minor changes. They degrade. Red Bar builds. Red Bar Rewind. It works. Okay, 158.35.
01.
Oh, you got it. There we go.
This is
And-
what I
oh,
think.
there he is.
This is what I think of every single time I see Megyn Kelly. So
Yes, Joe Rogan has been obsessed with Megyn Kelly from Fox News, the Ice Queen, he calls her. He's got an obsession with Megyn Kelly. He thinks she's hot. Now, I wonder if Joe Rogan has the same obsession with the mom from Modern Family, because they kind of look the same. So here is Joe on Megyn Kelly. Before we go into Megyn Kelly, of course, she was a foolette. Let's hear what Joe always says about Megyn Kelly. This happens about once a month, every year.
Donald, he goes, thank God I had that one because she was coming after me. She was coming after me. I had that one. I got her with that one.
Well, he won her over.
He did. Look at her. speaking for him.
Dave Smith.
Apparently, she crushed it and
Yeah, she
made
did.
fun of Mark Cuban.
Yeah, she did. She did. It was great. Yeah, I watched it. She's
Can we watch it? I haven't seen
She's
it.
very sharp. Megyn Kelly's
she's
very
sharp as
impressive.
She's very sharp. Okay, why?
It is very sharp. Her nose, her chin.
Yeah, her hair. You know, if you don't, and we're going to talk about this, if you don't understand the problem with Megyn Kelly, you might be Gen X. Dave Smith, Gen Xer. Joe Rogan, Gen Xer. These are terms far worse than any boomer you've heard. Let's see what they say about Megyn Kelly.
She was the original Fox fembot. She was the original, like, super hot woman on Fox who was so much smarter than you. And you're like,
smarter and
Ice Queen.
they're all wearing something very inappropriate.
Oh, yeah, I said vagina curtains. I used to have a bit about it. Which, like, not even a good curtain. Like the kind that grandma has over the kitchen sink that flutters in the breeze.
So he's obsessed with this idea that these Fox News women, by the way, Fox News has taken over my entire YouTube algorithm. Have you seen this? Every top news clip on YouTube is from Fox News. I thought YouTube was doing a shadow banning conspiracy. Why are they trying to radicalize me? Okay. With all these Fox News clips, which of course we haven't been watching. You should see the amount of tape I've put over my TV to not get any spoilers to see who's won the election.
By like, Jesus Christ, you're inches away from vagina that's covered by the thinnest piece of cloth.
He's obsessed with this idea with women wearing dresses and skirts, that it's your vagina out. It's the thinnest piece of cloth. We could see everything. You know? You're thinking about that, about Megyn Kelly? And then you go look at one of these rare photos of Joe Rogan's wife. Very hard to find. By the way, how old are Joe Rogan's children? Are they old enough to watch a little Redbar? I mean, the kids, we've been covering his family that he does a very good job of never mentioning. Does a very good job of hiding. Every special event Joe's had in his life over the past 10 years, his wife has been missing from. How do you not catch her at one of the UFCs next to him? How do you not catch her at the club? How do you not catch her giving him a hug after his Netflix special? Why do you keep her so hidden away? And why does she kind of look like Megyn Kelly?
It's a wild way to dress.
It's a weird culture over there.
It's not a wild way to dress. A dress?
4 years ago, we had Mark Cuban on the program.
Okay, so
Anyways,
here she
that's
is.
it.
She's at the Trump rally here. You're going to get a glimpse. So what is the problem with Megyn Kelly? We're going to find out today, but you can get a hint right here. It's on display right here. That's another hint. Right here, it's on display. What is wrong with Megyn Kelly? You can see it right here. And it's a big problem. Okay, let's go to my comment again. And by the way, this is what's called starter content. This is to get you guys in the mood. We're still waiting on thousands of people to join us tonight. This is starter content, not to be taken
This is amazing content.
seriously.
What do you mean?
Okay, some more starter content. Mike Me has liberal rage. Why? Why? They're saying I have liberal rage, you know, and this is something that I've been very afraid of, watching the rise to power with Joe Rogan, Tony Hinchcliffe, and in fact, every male comedian, their Republican rise has worried me a little bit. I go, you know, are people going to think I'm covering these guys because I have a liberal agenda? Oh, no. Of course, Redbar never defends. So we're not going to give you that answer, but just know we've been covering these people since before they knew what politics were. Okay? And nothing is going to get me to stop covering my favorite guys. I'll tell you this. Years ago, when all this Trump stuff started and every regular person started getting into politics, I was very upset. I was very upset watching people get into politics because I saw them run over to a side and then use the side as a shield against being made fun of and criticism. We've seen Josh Denny do it. We've seen them all do it. Oh, yeah, you're probably a Kamala supporter if you don't like me.
Oh, really, dude? Yo, if I see you, I'm going to crack your jaw.
We're not going to allow any of that, especially here at Red Bar, but don't allow it anywhere. You must fight through because they will bully you down and they'll make you go, oh, yeah, well, I don't really want to criticize any of these cool conservative guys now. It'll make me seem like a lib. Uh-oh. So I better just, if I don't have anything nice to say, I shouldn't say anything at all. That's the wrong way to live. We must go after our targets. We must, with strength, we must continue to degrade the people that we despise. Tony, Joe, just because they are now part of the United States government. Okay, just because they are the new elites, just because they are now the mainstream media, does not mean we must bow to them and keep our criticisms to ourselves and allow them to do very bad things. Okay, so let's look at this. I was accused of being a lib. This is something that I do find, this is offensive to me. This is like if somebody said, you're a Zionist. Another thing that would be very offensive to me, if anything, I am an anti-Israeli terrorist, and I'm part of Palestine, and I wish that Palestine would take over Israel and destroy it. Okay, look at this. I left a simple comment here. Let's check out my comment. Of course, it's Megyn Kelly. Oh, this is going to give it away. But that's okay. Here's Dasha and Anna looking very jokery. You'll see there. My two little jokers. They are not very good on camera. I don't know why. But they look great here. And doesn't Megyn Kelly's set look great? This is in Connecticut, by the way. These girls flew out to Connecticut to be on the Megyn Kelly podcast. You know, I've heard about people flying out to Austin, Texas to be on the Joe Rogan podcast. You're going to get a few million views. It could be a big jumpstart to your career. Should you really be taking a plane to Connecticut? Or maybe they took a train. I don't know. I think Connecticut, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, everybody I've met from each of those states.
I hope they were driven in a town car.
Well, Jules, there's something weird that goes on in America where if you're from any place in those states, in New Hampshire, Connecticut, Jersey, New York State, guess what everybody says? Yeah, it's just like a 20-minute train ride to New York, to the city. I was in the city all the time. It's like a 20-minute train ride. It's not. It's states away. Connecticut is 4 or 5 hours from the city. New Jersey, 6-7 hours from the city. If everything's right by New York City, well. So here's Megyn Kelly in Connecticut. Look at the studio. This is in one of her guest bedrooms. You know, people use this term. What are you broadcasting out of your mother's basement? That's supposed to humiliate someone. So crazy because Patrick Melton took the words right out of my mouth. Somebody made fun of Patrick for being in a basement. And I go, a basement? He's in a guest room. That's 100 times worse than a basement. 2 minutes later, Patrick Martin, the Mussman, says the exact same thing.
Besties.
Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. So if he's copying me, it's on some sort of... But yes, this is a guest bedroom. To podcast out of a guest bedroom, I'm sorry, it can't be taken seriously. It is more pathetic than the basement. So start using this. What are you, sitting there in your guest bedroom, you know, or your bedroom? Even worse. You know, these people, they broadcast out of their own bedrooms. So here she is in the guest bedroom. It's terrible. You got a couple lights here. You put some pipe on the wall, Thank God. Thank God you didn't screw the mounts into the ceiling. And you put the TV right behind you. It's on a wicked slant. Look at that slant. You see that line? I'd never allow a line in my studio of this. Look at this. Pointers on hand. Brand new pointers. Minor changes here at Red Bar. This is a wicked slant. So what do they do this for? The glare? But it's all effed up. See how ours is relatively straight. Now, how did I get it like that? How did I get ours to have a straight line on top and a straight line, kinda? Yeah, well,
that drives me crazy. That's not straight.
Close.
So.
It's close, baby. And it's about as close as you're going to get. Start looking at other people with TVs on their sets, from the news to the blues to the people in their guest bedrooms, and start noticing those lines. Nobody's got a sharper, straighter edge than this Mike Redbar. Trust me on this, and it took hours to figure that out, okay? But yes, we should probably fix that edge. I'd like to just warp the TV. I wish there was a way to pull it, like in Photoshop, to pull and warp. Okay, there they are. And here's Megyn Kelly again. I'll give you another second to figure out what is wrong with, come on, Mike. This is making me sick. What is wrong with Megyn Kelly? Can anyone tell? Can anyone tell? Well, here we go. Here's my little comment that got me accused of being a libertarian. Here's my comment. Megyn needs a new hairdo. Those extensions are brutal. You want to use the word brutal for describing a man's hair, a woman's hair, or a man's beard. I learned this from Ethan J. Klein.
Why is it being Jewish an insult to you, Nick?
Ethan Klein, when interviewing Keemstar, remember Keemstar? This was years ago when they were friends. Keemstar was actually on the H3 show. Remember when they had that Howard Stern ripoff studio? And Ethan, I'll never forget this. He says to Keemstar, he goes, and this is when Ethan was like a normal man. Remember this? He was way more normal. Now he's like a...
If you see an old clip of Ethan, it's like jarring how different he is.
Now he's like Tommy NC 2010. Now he's like a full retard. But back then he was more of a human being, and he said to Keemstar, me and my wife Jules will never forget this. He said, that beard's brutal. Brutal. And I've used that term every time I see pictures of myself with a dark beard. Remember when my beard was fully black?
Yuck.
Jules will say, wow, that beard was brutal.
Kleinspo.
And yeah, that's Kleinspo. And here, Megyn Kelly's extensions are, in fact, brutal. Where did my...
You know what? It just occurred to me what I think is happening here. She got a Dyson Airwrap.
Did she get the Dyson Airwrap?
Sucking the whole side into that thing.
I hope she didn't. She's had this haircut for 17, 18, 19, 25 years.
She's
oh, really?
Well, pull up. Right?
Go to Megyn Kelly 2014 and let me see what you see. I believe it's been like this forever. There's nothing. It hasn't?
Like, she's had long hair before that looks great.
Oh, okay. Well, this is even worse then. There's nothing more pathetic than a woman who doesn't know how to do her hair. You got to work at it. Don't think you could have... Well, tell me when she got this haircut.
Here, recently, I think in the past 6 months or so.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Hold on. Got a problem here. Okay, so this is her hair. Well, now, what years are these from? Well, this is kind of the same vibe. This is kind of the same vibe. Hold on. Of course, it's Google Images, so it's not going to do anything for you. It's similar. It's a similar vibe where you've got your normal hair and then you've got a long extension curled hanging out the side.
But that is styled better.
While she was on the mainstream media there. Here she is. See, it's very similar. She's had this stupid haircut for a long time. Now, there's nothing worse. I love extensions. Every girl should get extensions. Not this long. Your extensions can't be this long. It can't be, Michaela Peterson has this problem here too. Their hair ends at about here. And then they just go, oh, I could have his hair as long as I want, just 2 strips. You can't have 2 strips. Tana Mongo has this, all these idiots, and you want to yank them out. You want to tell these women, you're a fool, lady. Nice wigs. It's like the Jews with the curls that Ethan Klein and Hila Klein hate so much. The Israelis, that's what this is. You can see her, this is normal hair, and it stops about here. This is all stupid, retarded fake hair. It doesn't match. It doesn't blend. You're using the Dyson Wave Wand. What is this called?
The Dyson Airwrap.
Yeah, the Dyson Airwrap. That's not creating a nice curl. You look completely retarded. And for someone with such a long skull, you can't have that long a hair. Cut your hair. Look where this is. Look how much better she looks.
I like her in a bob.
Look how much better she looks if I cut it right there. And fixed how that stupid fucking curl. Well, you're lucky I don't fucking...
They're saying Tony's special just dropped.
Are you fucking kidding me? All right, we have to stop everything. Everything stops now. Okay, before anyone goes.
37 minutes.
Okay, cut to me. Before anyone goes anywhere and goes clicking around, no one click. Okay, I mean, pinky swear, nobody click. First, we must regain sanity. Everybody calm down, sit down. Hey, sit down. If you're walking around, if you're driving, pull to the side carefully, safely. And I hope you're not doing the shots with me while you're driving. First of all, a little throat spray.
It's only 37 minutes.
Okay,
So we just watch
hold on. You stop. Everybody stop.
I'm shaking.
Everybody take a breath. Tony Hinchcliffe yesterday announced that a new set from Tony Hinchcliffe will be dropping exclusively on X. We've been waiting. We were hoping the guy was such an idiot that, because he said 11/29, November 29th. So we're going, he's one of those kind of idiots who drops at midnight, right? Because midnight's 11/29. He didn't put no time on the announcement. Now, nobody go and look. Everybody just stay right here. Don't worry. We're going to do it together, and it's going to have a much more satisfying feel when we do it all together. We just got to be calm. We have to be patient. I have a few words I want to say before his special. First of all, thank you, Austin. Thank you to the president, and thank you to the Lord for bringing us a new special. Well, he described it.
It's
I'll never forget
comedy
this.
set. That's how it's still described in this new release. A comedy set.
When
by
he
Tony
announced
Hinchcliffe.
this, it was a red square. It was an animated little title card, and it said, an all-new comedy set from Tony Hinchcliffe tomorrow exclusively on X. Now, where have we heard exclusively on X before? Well, Josh Denny. Now, Tony announces on Instagram and on Twitter and God knows where else, but every Instagram comment, almost every other one was, exclusively on X? Holy shit, how low can you... And they were making fun of him as if they were expecting anything that he did stand-up wise would be on Netflix or HBO, a main network. It's very funny how most of Tony's followers on Instagram, at least, consider being exclusive on X to be a fail, to be a pathetic, downgraded move for your career, which I thought was interesting. Of course, I always thought that. Exclusively on X. I mean, it's kind of Josh Denny-y. In fact, it's exactly how Josh Denny spoke. Tony Hinchcliffe and Josh Denny, not too different. One has more famous friends and a subscription to a famous drug that he's using constantly. One of them lives in Patrick Melton's old apartment. The other, a hotel.
If you think the beer is flat, you should see
the clientele. There is a rumor. I'm breaking a rumor. I'm not going to say which hotel. The rumor is Tony Hinchcliffe now lives full-time in a hotel. Okay? He did this to be cool. Like a power move, like, yeah, it's Californication. I live out of a hotel. Wait till you see the hotel. Well, I can't show you, but if you ever see it, wait till you see it. It's not the hotel that Hank Moody lived in. Now, the comments on Tony's announcement about his new set were very negative. A lot of people making fun of him. This was on his own post, on his own. So it said a comedy set. So I'm going, is this going to be a 10-minute video? Now, Jules, you've already said we're counting 37 minutes.
Yeah.
37 minutes, everybody. So weird. That's a weird number. A weird number, not an hour special. Most comedians strive to do the hour. That way they could go, my hour. My hour is okay. Now, is it only on X as far as you could tell? Do we have a YouTube version anywhere else?
Let's see.
So since this announcement came out, as soon as the clock struck 12 on the East Coast last night, we've been refreshing X almost every 7 to 10 minutes, waiting for Tony's special. Ideally, I wish this would have dropped this morning. When I woke up, the first thing I did is I wiped away the Sandman, was pull my phone. And I don't like to look at my phone for a half hour. I do the whole nice wake-up method. I take my pills, I sit, and I wait till my brain is up to turn on the phone. Today, no. I instantly woke up, and it did get me out of bed about a half hour earlier, the idea that Tony special could be up when I woke up, and I checked. Nothing there. I'm refreshing now. Here it is. Garbage, a comedy set by Tony Hinchcliffe, recorded on 11/19/24. Okay, what does that mean? 11/19. So this was recorded. This was after the Puerto Rican garbage, right? This was after Trump's win.
We hope.
Did he win? Me, no. I'm going back to X. So right now we're doing something that we don't usually do on this show. We are live reacting. Oh my god! I just saw a fucking preview. I just saw a preview. So is this only on X?
Yes.
Okay. So we said today, okay, if it doesn't come out before the show, we don't get to preview it, we're going to open it, we're going to watch it for 5 minutes. Would you guys like to have a drink, relax, fire this up? We're going to watch 5 minutes, and then you guys got to wait 10 hours to watch the rest. We have to make a deal. I can't have you watching the first 5 minutes and then watching. Well, of course, nobody would do that.
We'll watch for as long as it seems right.
Well, we've got a ton of stuff to do today. I would say 5 to 10 minutes, skim around maybe to see what's going on.
But this is so exciting. It's not that long.
37 minutes is a long time. We can't play his whole thing. We don't do that on the show. We don't Hassan Piker things. Tucson Piker, not Hassan Piker. So we're going to watch a few minutes of it. We'll skim through. We'll get the general idea, and then we got to make the promise we'll watch later. First, let's celebrate by having one. Have one with me. We've waited so many years, not only for a Tony special, Tony Hinchcliffe, Rise to Power. He's been a big presence here on Red Bar this year. Couldn't be happier with how my fools are doing in the world. Couldn't make our show more relevant to have our number one fools out there in the news like they've been. You know, not only has Tony hasn't released any stand-up material, but his last special, One Shot, that's what it's called, One Shot, because it's filmed all in one shot like Magnolia. Not Steel Magnolias. Magnolia. Paul Thomas, Ryan. Netflix took that special off their network. It did so poorly. Tony was ashamed of it. Tony had it removed from the internet. It's been wiped. Nobody's seen it. We've got like a bootleg copy of it. But that was how many years ago was his last special on Netflix? One Shot, which nobody saw and which Netflix took off about 3 months after it released. We haven't seen a minute of Tony's stand-up. We've only seen him on Kill Tony. We've only seen him on the roast. We've only seen him at the Donald Trump rally. We have never seen a full set by Tony Hinchcliffe. We've only heard rumors. Shall we pull it up? This was just released how many minutes ago, Jules? Jules, how many minutes ago was this released?
11.
11 minutes ago. Perfect timing, actually. Wow, look at this. We're going to pull it up. It's called Garbage. It's got an American flag emoji. It says a comedy set by Tony Hinchcliffe recorded on 11/9/24. Now, will he use Twitter's bullshit inflated numbers to say blah, 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 so many views, right? Or does he know any better? You know, every time you open Twitter and scroll past a video, it counts as 6 views. Is he going to do what Josh Denny does and go, yep, my special had 300 million views? Now, here's another thing. Did Elon retweet this?
Let me see.
Go check that, because that could be a big deal. If Elon Musk is retweeting Tony Hinchcliffe, that could be scary. That could be weird.
No,
but maybe
he's
not. Okay,
as
good.
of yet.
Okay, keep an eye on that. We're opening X, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, we have to watch the whole thing. Come on.
We can't watch the whole thing. We cannot watch the whole thing. That's so stupid. We're not watching the whole thing.
Okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We won't.
I'm so excited.
Video quality. It only goes up to 720p. I'm not kidding. Video quality. 720p is the highest. 720p. We could do 320p. I haven't seen that. 320, 480, or 720. I'm going to say 720. And remember, a lot of people were confused. They go, Twitter. And you know what? Here's the other thing that you need to know. So many of Tony's comments on the announcement on Instagram were, I don't even have that app. You're making me download a new app to watch something? Geez, just put it on YouTube. Or I haven't used Twitter since it changed to X. And I couldn't believe how many people were saying something like that, where they did not use X, did not want to use X. There were a lot of people, a big percentage of people, saying they refuse to use X. They're using Blue Sky. Now, regardless of what you think of those people or what you think of those ideas, this is Tony's audience. So it's kind of shocking to see Tony, Trump rally Tony, half of his audience, at least half, is not wanting this Tony Trump stuff. Okay? Let's have our drink, everybody. And I want to make a toast. Thank you all for being here today on the wonderful Red Bar. We missed you. We love you. And I'm so glad that we could all be here together to watch Tony's first special in years. His first special since his rise to power. Have one with me. Here we are.
Oh, really, dude?
Woo! Very nice. Maybe we'll do another one after the intro. Are you guys ready? We all ready here, Jewel?
Yes.
Here it is.
Move your mic a teeny little bit.
Yeah, I want to get everything perfect here. Tony Hinchcliffe. Is it going to be muted as soon as I pull this up? Find out. Okay, it shouldn't be. We're at 720p. We're good. Tony Hinchcliffe presents Garbage. Oh my God. Golden Pony Productions. 720p. Oh my God. Okay. It starts with Tony standing beside a bunch of flags just like ours. And it looks like, could this be before his Trump speech? Is that what this could be? And he's standing up there, and you could hear the woman singing the "Oh Praise Be, Oh Praise Our Country," and he's wearing his little suit and tie. What size suit you think that is? And look at the flags. His flags don't look any nicer than mine. Those are still see-through.
You can't really see, but the base of ours.
This base is fucked. This base is fucked. Anyone know what that's from? Okay, so here he is, and he starts his stuff. This looks like a cell phone video of him waiting to be called out to give his garbage speech. Tony. He's nervous. October 27th, New York City, Madison Square Garden.
I thought it was 11 a.m.
It says 2:38 p.m. Seems late. Look at all those stingers. He's drinking Aquafina. Tony, you're up. And he's walking. It's turned black and white. He's walking to the stage. Oh, his arms are garbage. Now, this is out of focus. I don't know if you could tell. It's very, I don't know if they're trying to do this on purpose.
They're trying to do the, what movie? Long Legs.
Long Legs. Yes, this looks exactly like Long Legs. Garbage, a comedy set from Tony Hinchcliffe.
Next guy is one of my best.
Film 23 days later. Joe Rogan.
This next guy is one of my best friends, one of the funniest people alive. You might have seen him on the Tom Brady roast. He hosts the #1 podcast for comedy in the world. Give it up for my brother, Mr. Tony Hinchcliffe.
One more drink to celebrate. Oh, Tony. His rise. Now it is I'll say this. This is so underexposed. Underexposed and overexposed at the same time. Tony, is this shot in
Yes.
vertical video? But it's a strange form. Let me show you the format here. This is very strange. So it's not full vertical video. It's zoomed in vertical video. Here is the line here. It's so dark you can't tell. This is where the framing, this is where the crop marks are, right here. You see this? What would you call that? It's not quite a square, little more stretched than a square. Tony, his head is all the way at the top of the frame, too high. I would say you want your head about right here for this. Head too high in the frame. He's wearing one of his gimmicky De los Puertos skeleton cowboy Day of the Dead shirts.
Faking Pueblo,
tucked into some dank black jeans, with one of these giant belt buckles made from that belt buckle guy. He's wearing some foo-foo shoes, and he's kissing all of his loyal supporters. Again, I can't stop drinking. Cheers to Tony Hinchcliffe and his rise to power and fame. Here we go. Let us continue. He kisses, very underexposed.
Fuck yeah.
Oh!
How about one more time for Joe Rogan, Tom Segura, and Ari Matti. Those are my friends.
You're friends with Ari Matti? Wow. You're going to regret that coming up later. His gut protruding over his belt buckle. You would think a guy with a gut would want to hide the gut. You wouldn't want to get a belt buckle so that the gut is, showing. Maybe he wants people to see his gut. Maybe that gut makes him feel manly. Maybe that gut takes away from his pipsqueak ventriloquist dummy body, and maybe he thinks that gut makes him look like Ron White. He looks like a tough guy with that gut, right? Maybe because he's always been so skinny and minuscule, the gut is now, yeah, I'm a man. This is another guy obsessed with being a man. I'll say this. Did we watch? Oh, we haven't seen this yet. But Kill Tony, there were 2 episodes that came out from Kill Tony after the speech. Now, remember, Kill Tony is on like a week or 2-week delay, right? 2-week delay from live, Jules, Kill Tony shows?
Yes.
2-week delay.
Yeah.
Or a week and a half. So when he did the Trump's speech at the rally, we got 2 episodes of Kill Tony before the election. And you got to see Tony. You got to see Tony very mad, very tired, very nervous. Then you got a post-election Kill Tony after whoever won, we don't know. But Tony looked the same. We've got here, and I'm looking at his face, I'm looking at his eyes. The eyes tell the whole story. We've got the same tired, nervous, unhappy face. So you would think if Trump would have won, maybe Tony would be a lot happier. This doesn't look like Trump won to me. This looks like maybe Trump lost and he's still afraid of the Puerto Rican stuff. Let's find out.
Joe Rogan.
Very dark.
Tom Segura. And Ari Matti. Those are my friends.
You hate that Ari Matti.
Fuck yeah. Everybody else having as good of a month as I am?
That's so sarcastic.
You're welcome.
Why is this shot like this? Again, this isn't black from the curtains. This is fully cut off. We're only getting this. Is it because it's on X? That's a bad place to put a comedy special. X? Why wouldn't you put it everywhere? You know, these guys think they can't say what they're going to say on X on YouTube, but they're going to say nothing illegal. They're going to say nothing that you couldn't say on YouTube.
I mean, maybe if you posted a full vertical video because you knew people would be watching it on their phones on X, but not that.
This is like a cell phone
the best
video
of both worlds where it looks bad on both.
Exactly. It's bad on your TV. It's bad on X. It's bad anywhere you watch it. And it looks like a rush job. So this isn't an official special. This is the Comedy Mothership's built-in video camera in the back. This is some guy pressing record at the board at Comedy Mothership. And this seems like a rushed job. Tony wanted to put something out while he's hot, right? Okay, let's see.
26% increase in the Puerto Rican vote.
No spoilers.
Turns out garbage has a good sense of humor.
So
Where my proud Latinos at tonight?
Off the bat, I don't know why any of that is causing any laughter from the crowd. That should not. You're looking at me right now. Usually I watch comedy specials. Usually I watch everything before I present them to you. You're seeing my first reaction. I, Mike Redbar, did not laugh at the opening. You got a whole crowd of people laughing. I'm going, you know, so what does that mean?
Where my proud Latinos at tonight? Oh, it was nice to know.
And I'll say this, too many Latinos in Austin, Texas. Right? I was watching the last episode of Kill Tony. Almost every person there was an illegal immigrant. And if they weren't an immigrant, they were a retard. A literal retard. So I'd start there. Let's build the wall at the mothership. It's way too many Latinos at the mothership.
Knowing y'all.
He's basking. It's mostly
Trump's
basking.
teamed up with Elon Musk. You gotta love it. The Rocket Man. You know how fast you can get illegal immigrants back where they came from?
Again, start with the mothership.
In a fucking rocket.
You know, we heard the applause, the woos from the Latino audience. It was about 78% of the audience there. Let's start. Send them home. Please.
Oh, yeah. Turns out it's a 57-second ride to Tijuana. Oh, yeah.
You hate Mexican people.
How are we gonna get rid of all these illegal immigrants.
Okay, so we've never heard him use this tone of voice before. We've never heard Whisper Tony.
This is exciting.
He looks extremely tired still, although mildly more happy than he usually is, but extremely tired, extremely worn out from momentum. You know, hasn't had a moment to himself to think, what does Tony think? What does Tony want for Tony? No, it's been mostly other people's comments. You know, imagine the whole world commenting on you for 2 weeks, and then imagining having to do stand-up every night and kill Tony 3 times in 3 weeks. And imagine the amount of time you would have to yourself to think things through. He's had none of that time. His time has been, and everywhere he goes, just 8 guys lined up to talk to him every second of the day. He's had no time to process his own thoughts.
Well, imagine that. Manuel Salazar, bad news and good news. Bad news is you gotta go. The good news is it says here you're the new president of Mars. So it's gonna be hard to get a landscaping job. It's
very racist towards
planet.
Latinos. They do landscaping.
Seems like there's lots of landscaping to be done, actually.
Wild. That was the news for now.
Yeah, we don't want to
the
get rid of the
premise.
landscapers. Trust me, you want to pushing your own mower is not something you're going to see Hinchcliffe doing. Well, he moved to a hotel, so... But you still need landscaping done at the front of the hotel or it's going to be a dump. I don't see you and Rogan pushing the mower.
He moved to a hotel and he looks like the mom from Zack and Cody.
He really does look like the mom from I've Got a Sweet Life. You got a sweet life too.
I can't believe you know about that show.
Oh, I used to watch Zack and Cody all the time. I used to love Cody, in fact. I was a huge Cody head. Okay, here he is. He wants the landscapers to be sent to Mars. God knows why he would want them. They're some of the best Mexicans we have. Are the landscaping ones that are busy 24 hours a day and too tired by 6 p.m. to cause any crap? That's how we want them. You want the ones that are working all day.
1.5 days during a fucking huge election. Didn't make any sense. It was never my intention to swing.
He looks awful.
To
All
swing
black.
an
He
election.
can't find the stool.
But, god damn it.
Oh, he's about to sit. He can barely sit in those jeans. It's like when Kramer wore jeans. Unfortunately, you can't see because underdeveloped. Underexposed and underdeveloped. That should have been the name of the special. You can't see. He's trying to sit. He's sitting like this on the stool. He can't move. The jeans are too canvassy. The jeans are too stiff. They're too cowboy.
Place, right time, I guess.
He could barely get down. He could barely sit. You should see.
I've never considered myself a very political guy. But about a month before all this happened, we found out from YouTube that there's new words that they want us to censor.
He didn't find out. And why didn't I get the memo? As one of YouTube's plaque-holding members, why didn't I get the memo that there's new words on YouTube blocked? You know, prior to the election, Tony did one last plea to America. He said, please make sure you go out and vote for Trump. Otherwise, we will never be able to podcast again. They will censor. They will take away all of our This is basically what he said.
Here, let me find that.
They will not allow us to podcast anymore. You know, could you imagine if the mainstream media, which is now what you guys are, so be careful with that power, but imagine if the mainstream media said stuff like that. Imagine if they came out to you and said, guys, vote for Kamala or we'll never have blah, blah, blah again. Yikes, huh? You wouldn't like that at all, would you, Tony?
Tony,
if the mainstream media said something so salacious.
Kill Tony posted this huge video about, I won't make you click it, but about how they'd be censored if Trump didn't win.
Yeah, they'd be censored.
And someone was like, you decide how censored. You've been running the show for years without issues. Shut up, LOL. And Tony replied and said, not sure if you're kidding, but you may have noticed about 5 weeks ago we had to start bleeping 4 new words and also limiting certain amount of usage of insane stuff. These changes happen under the current administration.
Yes,
which
blaming the
stated,
administration for YouTube censorship of words. Now, one of the words he's talking about is the word retard. Now, I don't know if you remember, we were playing the episode where they bleeped retard. But right after they bleeped retard, Tony said, you're going to have to bleep retard. They won't let... But he said the word retard. Now, the episode was not affected in any way. The episode was still up. It was available to play. That's how Biden would say.
Now, on that post, Mike commented,
oh, me.
The only person censoring Kill Tony is yourself. YouTube isn't bleeping the bad words. You are. Your Reddit is also extremely censored, with mods removing all the sexual assault allegations involving Hans Kim and your domestic violence case
Stand
with Ashley Barnhill.
Yeah.
And on the post about censorship, that comment was immediately deleted.
Listen to this. When Tony was complaining on his own page, the Kill Tony page, saying, go vote for Trump or they're going to censor us and we'll never have podcasts again, I said, Tony, you're the only one censoring people. You censor Redbar on your Reddit. Anybody who posts anything about Redbar gets immediately deleted. Anybody who posts about Hans Kim domestic or sexual assault allegations coming up today, everybody, that was immediately deleted. And anything about your domestic violence case with Ashley Barnhill is immediately deleted. You're doing more censoring than YouTube, than Kamala, than Biden. There's more censoring coming from you guys, censoring yourselves, censoring your Reddits, censoring your own shows, than any mandatory censorship from the government. Okay? So, and by the way, I don't think that changes. Trump's president now, so YouTube...
He's in charge of YouTube?
He's in charge of YouTube. YouTube's going to be like, whatever you say, boss.
I guess
Whatever you say.
If
so
he becomes president. We haven't seen it yet.
But yes, my comment posted on Tony's post about censorship was almost immediately deleted, aka censored. And I didn't say anything out of line. I wasn't trolling. I said everything I said was factual. You would think, okay, well, you know, we got to put our money where our mouth is. We can't delete his comment, at least not here under the post complaining about censorship. But yes, tell everybody they deleted my comment. It's proven. I didn't delete it myself. You know, a lot of people do this. This is just a scam people do. They post something, they delete it themselves, and then they cry it was deleted. Not me. I don't know why I just said that. Now it sounds like that's what I did. You know, to frame him. Not at all. It was deleted. You know, subpoena Instagram, get the fucking records. You'll see. And everybody knows, go on Kill Tony's Reddit, talk about Redbar. In any way, you will be deleted instantly. And yes, Tony, you are responsible for the Reddit, just like Kamala is responsible for anything that happens under her administration, right? Okay, here he is, the censorship boy. And, you know, if Trump wins, you know, cross our fingers, if Trump wins, then you guys are free. You guys, I hope you're going to be saying the N-word. I hope you're going to be going nuts if Trump wins. I better not see you self-censoring your shows after Trump wins, if Trump wins. And I better not see you complaining about anything, because there's really no one to complain about, right? You got everything your heart desires. So you got to be happy. When I see Tony, I don't want to see him in a bad mood anymore if Trump wins. I want to see him strolling down Fifth Avenue with a song that plays when he walks.
No, actually, somebody proved this week that you can say the N-word on YouTube, no problem.
Who proved that?
Coming up later.
Okay.
I'll remind you.
Yeah, I said the word.
And it is a lib. Hint.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yes. We caught a lib using the N-word on YouTube. A big lib, a big wokester using the N-word. Nothing happened to him.
He's king. They're holding him up on their shoulders.
Okay, we're watching. If you're just tuning in, Tony just dropped a 37-minute special exclusively on X. We've barely gotten through it. You know, we're all going to enjoy this. By the way, don't get mad here. We're just previewing, and then everyone will enjoy this while you wait for
started
Redbar.
Getting mad when you said that we aren't watching the whole thing.
Well, of course, I know that's everybody's first instinct. Of course, you gotta trust me that I understand. What's best for all of you.
We'll watch it until it gets boring. How about that?
Yeah. Well, 37 minutes is a long time, and then you're going to miss a lot of important things, and you're also not going to get merch.
And what people don't realize is that watching stand-up is so boring and shitty.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not as funny as you think. Fool stand-up, the reason why we rarely watch it here, it's because it's scripted. It's stuff they've been saying for 17 months. It's never that funny unless they completely bomb, but
they never will.
They're not going to
edited.
They edit it themselves, so they edit out anything good. They only put the parts that are good. They put up the laughs. They edit out their blunders. So watching someone stand up, it's never been rewarding as far as catching them bombing. Most people, even Joe Matarese, they're not going to really bomb that hard during their stand up. So that's why we don't really watch fools stand up. I know it sounds exciting. Trust
I always
me.
get so excited when someone special comes out, and then 5 minutes
you're
going to
be snoring.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, you're going to be snoring, and you're going to be going, move on, move on, move on.
Happen. We found out from YouTube that there's new words that they want us to censor. New words that you have to bleep out.
Okay, so quit YouTube, start your own server, and free speech it. Or quit YouTube, go to Rumble. Quit YouTube, go to X. You're friends with the owner. Quit YouTube, go to Kick. They'll let you do whatever you want. You're the one choosing to be censored. Take your show off YouTube. Oh, why can't you do that? Oh, because you wouldn't have any views anymore? Is that why? Well, then maybe you owe YouTube maybe you should bow to YouTube for giving you this career then. Because you work for them. They give you the free bandwidth, which would cost you millions. This is what people don't understand. Kill Tony could never host a show on a private server and pay for 1.5 million views. They'd be bankrupt. They couldn't afford it. So YouTube is covering all your costs. You have no costs as far as posting your videos, archiving your videos. You know how much it would cost to archive all those Kill Tonys and pay for the bandwidth? They're giving you a huge, huge chunk of change, a big savings.
And you also already get to make triple the money of everybody else because you get to sell
tickets.
tickets.
You get to sell tickets. You're running your own burnt-in ads on the Kill Tony show.
If you really believed in this, imagine if you were like, I'm a huge show now, me, Kill Tony, I'm so big, I'm famous, biggest comedy podcast, we're protesting the censorship on YouTube and moving to a different network.
That would be great. And we're going to use our own money to support free speech. Wouldn't that be nice? But no, they constantly work with the enemy that they bitch about. The censorship that they're talking about, guess what the consequence for saying retard or faggot on their show is? Demonetization. That's about it. What does that mean? That means they don't get paid for the burnt-in YouTube ads that YouTube supplies, where it's just randomly generated companies that you don't even know about. So you could be promoting stuff that's completely against your own beliefs and ideas and agendas. You don't give a fuck. You just want that money. And what is it, $2,500 a month? Screw the YouTube ads. We're going to say whatever we want. We don't need YouTube ads. We sell our own ads. We sell our own tickets for the Kill Tony show. What does it matter? We're all filthy rich. Joe Rogan has 500 mil. Why must you censor? You're bleeping your own show so that YouTube could run ads on it. That's what it's all for. None of it is benefiting us. And then they're going to whine and complain about it 24 hours a day. And that's what all their content is, just about that. Do it yourself. Or, again, just don't take the YouTube ads. You don't need them. You're rich.
Or you don't make money anymore. New words, like the C word.
And then he's going to tell his fans, say, oh, yeah, we'll be out of business. No.
And you've never
You
been
sell your
able-
own ads. You sell your own tickets. You go on tour. You get money every night for performing. I just don't understand. You're going to manipulate this audience. I was going to say something nasty about the audience because they believe this stuff. They full on believe. You've seen the believers out there. Oh, do they believe? You could really say anything. I sometimes I go, I should open up a Twitter account and just start saying some really crazy shit because people will believe it, even if it's fake, even if it's proved fake. Half the world will believe anything now. This is new. This has never happened in any time in history where you could just say anything. I could go on there and be like, Elon Musk has died. And 2 million people in the world will believe that for a while. Even if he's there and he's live right in there, well, he died.
Also, you haven't been able to say the C word, which you're not saying now on X, on YouTube since the beginning of time.
You haven't been able to say cunt
Yes.
on YouTube? Is this true?
Yeah. People always talk about how you get demonetized immediately if you say that.
Demonetization is not censorship. Demonetization means Ford and Toyota don't want to work with you this week. That's all. So find another company who does. You're pretending that you don't get paid at all. No, you're losing the smallest amount of revenue that you can make back in seconds by throwing a Black Rifle coffee ad on your show. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. It's complete manipulation. It's complete panderment. And it just shows the lack. Look at the horns on Tony's head right now. It shows the lack of creativity and the lack of content that these guys have. We watch Josh Denny. It's cancel culture. Cancel culture sells. And they're the biggest salesman of it out of anybody. Now that you have everything you want, hopefully if Trump wins, can you do some content now? Can we see all your comedy, your art? Or will it be still complaining?
Or you don't make money anymore. New words, like the C word. Guess you can't say the C word anymore because you know who will get mad.
They don't get mad. It's the advertisers who get mad. Those companies that you love so dearly, which Tesla is probably one of them. You know, why not just have Tesla commercial? You're friends with Elon. Go, yeah, we lost the Toyota commercial because we said cunt. Can we have a Tesla commercial? Can we do that? Shouldn't he gladly give you that? The $2,300 commercial that you need so badly?
Give you a hint, it's not men. And it's not women with a sense of humor. It's cunts. Yeah.
We're wooing for cunts.
Cunts will get mad if you say the C word 100% of the time.
They don't. That is a 2010 trope that women get mad over the word cunt. Cunt has been completely rearranged.
Did in Australia they call each other cunt?
Yeah. Have you ever seen this? Two people will have a conversation. This happens anytime an English person and an American get together to do a podcast. They'll do a little bit about how in England, cunt is just, but in America, oh, no. Nobody cares.
Called it before. It brings back the memories. Fag! Can't say fag anymore.
And you can. I got about 1,000 YouTube clips of me saying the N word, the F word, the C word, the R word, the T word. Every fucking letter in the alphabet, I've said it all. They're all up. They're on YouTube. They're not edited. They're fine. In fact, many of them have ads running on them because YouTube throws them on.
And
So-
I can't believe that he's sitting here going, you can't say shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker,
Yeah.
motherfucker, and tits.
It's like,
okay.
well, why don't you say something else then? And you should be
that
lucky they don't
before.
let you say fag, because that's what your comments, it would be all that. And by the way, you are secretly gay. You always have been. And that's just the truth.
One of the greatest words in comedy history. And their new rule, no more fags. I know, sounds like heaven.
Are you doing Dave Chappelle? What is this sitting down on the stool talking in this raspy voice? This is not the Tony I know. I
haven't
thought Tony
seen it.
stands up and goes,
Wait.
this is his new. It used to be. Now it's. I mean, really, you're really weird looking. Everyone makes fun of you. And you didn't want that. I'll tell you this. Comedians don't want 50% of the country hating them. And that's where we're at right now. If Trump wins, sure, it's a big win by a little. Still, half the country hates you and despises you. And forget your political crap that you're hiding behind. So many people hate you just for how you sound, how you look, how you walk, how you dress. No comic wants that. You know what comics want? Standing O's. They don't want people hating them. That's like their biggest thing. They want to, this is, what they've been doing their whole life. They go up in front of a crowd of strangers and they want everyone in the room loving them. So a comic is never going to be okay, no matter how much you hear them bluff, no matter how much you hear them try to be a badass. You don't want 50% of the country hating you. Okay? That's a bad place to be. Every day of your life, you got to worry that someone hates you. Every person Tony meets for the rest of his life, he has to pre-think, does the guy already hate me or is he a Trump supporter? If he's a Trump supporter, he'll like me. But other than that, they'll probably hate me. So every guy you go to shake their hand, does he pre-hate me? That's not a fun way to live life.
And you
I walk
wanna know
around
something?
Tucson, I'm walking up to people. I don't got to worry, do they hate me? He's got to worry that every person, every time he gets a coffee, does that person hate me? Does that person know me and hate me? Because everyone knows you now. Everyone. You're more known than the Trump shooter. And you're uglier than the Trump shooter.
And the only reason that he did this Trump thing in the first place is because he wanted to recreate the high of the Tom Brady roast.
Of course. And they've said as much. Rogan keeps running his little gossipy queen mouth, saying all the nastiest stuff about you. And don't forget, Rogan is on tape days after your Trump rally going, I didn't like the joke. I didn't think it was a good joke. I don't think he should have done it. Not just I didn't think he should have done it, but I don't like it. Your best friend, your father, Joe Rogan, the reason you're standing here today, the reason anybody knows you, besides Redbar heads, is because of Joe Rogan. And he said he did not like the joke. He doesn't stand behind it, and he doesn't think you should have done it.
People are saying you're wrong, Mike. I'm a Trump supporter and I hate him.
Thank God. Thank fucking God. And I'm so glad that you hold it, because there are a lot of people there who, they got to do this thing. But there you go, Tony. So you've got even more than that. So now you've got even Trump supporters hate you. And the Puerto Ricans do hate you. And, only the nastiest of the Puerto Ricans like you. Only the crummiest of the Puerto Ricans like you. And here you got proof right here. Trump supporter in our chat. He don't like you. And I'm so glad. Thank you guys for not allowing this kind of crap to salt your mind, which could be a good thing. You want to salt things, but not in that way. So good. I'm glad to hear that. My biggest nightmare, and I don't think like this, but there is, a world where you got to go, oh, great. So now Tony is a full Trump supporter. And of course, there's Trump supporters out there. Are they going to start liking Tony now? The answer is no. Not around here. Thank God for that.
I don't know what's going on over at YouTube. I guess they must have hired
Nothing's
a bunch
going
of
on.
cunts and fags to work over there.
Literally no one else is talking about this. This is the only person on the planet talking about something happening at YouTube. I watch YouTube 27 hours a fucking minute. No one is talking about any new rules. There's no new rules. Tony got spooked. So, like, somebody told him, oh, by the way, Tony, your show is, like, so big right now, just so you know, you can't say faggot on YouTube because you could get your channel deleted or something. And he got really scared. He goes, oh, my God. Like, what would I do? And it took him this long. He's been on YouTube for 12 years. It took him just up until a month ago to go, wait, yeah, you can't say faggot on YouTube. And now that we're so big, I could be getting reported all the time. Which you're so lucky you don't get mass reported. Like, almost every one of your shows could be mass reported and taken down. Your channel could be deleted. If anything, YouTube has been favoring you and allowing you to do things that other creators can't. I've watched Leafy is Here be banned for much less than what goes on Kill Tony. I watched a ton of creators, which I am one of, be deleted from YouTube. Channels removed completely for much less. Every episode of Kill Tony is against the TOS, but yet stays up. And most of them stay monetized. So, if anything, you've got a buddy at YouTube who's helping you out. You should be thanking them. Thank you, YouTube, for this blessed career. Thank you, YouTube, for saving me $1 million a year on bandwidth. Thank you, YouTube, for promoting me and showing so many millions of people my show and my clip. Thank you, YouTube, for hosting my archive. But no, all these people do is complain about YouTube.
Someone says, I think Mike was right with what he said before. Tony wants to make YouTube look bad, so they'll love it when he goes to Netflix. And I was going to say, is that still happening?
I don't know, because
maybe that's the reason he looks so distressed, even though maybe
you still
Trump
look
won
distressed.
Because he lost a couple big billion-dollar deals.
And what do we always say about distressing on fonts and on shirts? Except for this one, of course. Not allowed. We don't like distress here at Red Bar. Okay? We like cleanliness. Okay? I really wish I would have trimmed a couple of these crazies.
I think it's pretty cute.
I really
Someone
wish
said
I
you
would
look like Tyler Fisher today. It's okay. It's okay.
Stay cool.
We'll show him that picture of his hair to prove them wrong.
Stay cool.
Remember his hatless hair?
We'll show you I do not look like TF. You see how quick I did that? I could do that with any name. Give me another name. Just any name of a person.
Kanye West.
KW. I know I'm crazy with that. I could do that with anybody.
Glassman was just doing that.
But yes,
on
remind
the
me to show you
tongue.
Tyler Fisher. I do not look like Tyler Fisher. If anything, I might. It might be funny to say I look like Tyler Fisher, but that's about it.
I like your hairline.
And I like Tyler Fisher now. He's part of my, I should have had a picture of Tyler. I got pictures of all my guys here now.
I think you look
because
sexy.
these are the
You look
people who
Canadian.
run our life. Thank you. I look Canadian. This is my American look. I've got an American flag. It was going to be a navy blue suit with a red tie. I didn't look that good in that. So I went for Black Rifle American with a twist. Black Rifle American with a little moolah in his pocket. Okay. Black Rifle American with some style. And we are all now Black Rifle dads. We are all, that's what I call these average Americans, you know, who their garage is immaculate. They've got all the listen, I got tools too. You should see my tools. Okay, but no one beats the organization of a Black Rifle American dad. He's in his garage. He's wearing his Traeger t-shirt. He's organizing the garage. He's constantly doing more work than he needs to do. on the house, and it never comes out good. I mean, it comes out technically good. Sure, I've seen him on Instagram, too. I scroll, you ever see construction workers arguing in comments about the work somebody's done on Instagram? You know, but then you look at their house and you go, your house still looks like one of those fake, shitty by the way, a $400,000 house. That's an insult now that I use. I shouldn't have to. You should be, those people, those should be $169,000 houses, but no, they're $400,000, $500,000 now because of this economy, because of Trump's economy. Okay, here he is. Eyes are blue. Skulls are right. Those skulls are correct. Those look good. Those look expensive. Those look nice. Those don't look bad at all. Okay, we're only a few minutes into Tony's set. I'll quit yapping. Let's see what else he's got to say.
That's all I can imagine. I was able to say fag on the Tom Brady roast for some reason. Looked him right in the eyes.
Well, there you go.
Fag.
He said fag at the Tom Brady roast. It was on Netflix. It's as big as it gets. They allowed it. The world didn't object. I didn't see any articles. Tony Hinchcliffe uses the word fag. So it appears this is not a banned word. This is a word that every celebrity in the world went like this to. You got a standing ovation at the Tom Brady roast on Netflix. Netflix works with Whoopi Goldberg. It's amazing how that worked. So where is this word not allowed?
I got on the Tom Brady roast for some reason. Looked him right in the eyes. Called him a fag. Had a plan for weeks in my mind. I'm going to look him right in the eyes and call him a fag. 7-time Super Bowl champion. To me, just a fag. Nobody complained then. Nobody complained about it, not even the fags.
Yeah, I said the word.
Very similar to Josh Denny. This is Josh Denny word for word. It's a stand-up set about the word fag and nigga. Imagine if I based 100% of my content around just talking about the word fag. How cool it is instead of just blatantly using the word. Here he is. And you're still nervous. You're still nervous about it. They never say it with any sort of confidence. They say it, they're like, fuck. Oh boy, maybe I should bleep this.
Do you think he has stage lights blaring on him right now, or do you think it's pretty dark in there?
I don't
I'm trying to
know.
figure out if he's pilled up.
I don't know. I mean, everybody's under stage lights, aren't they? So take it like that. And are everybody's pupils who are under stage lights like this, or my pupils like this? You'll never know. I've had my pupils removed.
Your eyes are a gorgeous black, so no one will ever know.
Yeah, but those are tiny little dots, about as tiny as his little worm, his little wire hanging out of his stomach there. And yeah, very ugly. Remember, we learned during that last episode where we took a look back at Tony's worst moments, he had his teeth replaced. See, Tony had plastic surgery on his teeth to be more of a hunk. And while that cleaned him up a little bit, still very ugly, still very hideous, and still somebody that gets made fun of about his looks nearly every single day, every day of his life. There's at least 10 people who make fun of how he looks, whether it's in a comment, whether it's they're at a family gather. I'm saying at least, at the very least, every hour of the day, every day of the year, there are 10 people talking about how ugly he is, how gay he is, how shitty his clothes are, how shitty his body is. You need to understand that. You need to remember that while you look out your hotel window, which is your home. He lives in a hotel. And guys, it ain't the Chateau Marmont, okay? When you find out, and you're not going to find out here, but when you find out what hotel Tony lives in, you're going to be shaking that head. You're going to be going, no way. I'll tell you this. I'll give you a hint. It's a hotel that I wouldn't stay in for free if I was stranded on the road 5 miles away and it was a winter blizzard and I'd freeze to death in my car, I wouldn't go to this hotel for even a night for free to get out of the cold. He's living in it. I hope. Tony, back to you.
And you know how they could be. They could have been real fags about it. Which makes me think that they think that I'm one of them. Right? Like how black people can say the N-word. Like the fags saw me call Tom Brady a fag and they're
yes.
Go, girl.
Yes, that is what happened. Because guess what? About 50 million people thought and still think you're gay after your thing on the Trump thing. Like, people were calling, they're like, I can't believe they had this gay guy go up. And they weren't trying to insult you. They really thought you were gay. So, yes, this makes sense. On the Tom Brady roast, you were allowed to say fag because everyone thought you were gay. That's what the world thinks of you. And that is the worst possible human being, in your opinion, right? The gay man. And that's what most of the world thinks you are from the jump. Every time they see you, gay, 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 gay. Every joke about you is about how you're so gay, and it doesn't get old to the crowd. They erupt in laughter because they know that that's something that you've been secretive about. Okay? So, yes, okay, there you go. See how the crowd woke up there?
I said that Kevin Hart's ancestors picked cotton. Nobody complained then.
These are all very, very original takes. Sure, so you've got pick cotton, you've got fag. Fag does a lot of heavy lifting for Tony. You know, you've got, we heard at the watermelon does a lot of your humor for you. A lot of the applauding are for words you didn't create, words that were invented hundreds of years before you were born. So what we're looking for today, is there any original material? Is there any original use of these words that have been used by every kid in the world? I mean, when I was a kid, the word faggot, that was used every 2 seconds. As a child, I wasn't a comedian child. I wasn't a stand-up kid. So that's what we're looking for today. Are there any jokes, or are we applauding you saying fag because it sticks it to the Dems, who hopefully will be kicked out of office? So,
Not even the people whose ancestors picked cotton. And you know how they can be.
we're looking for a new way to diss black people. That would be something I could get behind. Just one new thing about a black person that would be good. I try to go out of my way to come up with new stuff about the disgusting, despicable blacks that have ruined our country. So I would hope that you can kind of do some digging.
See what Cumia's been up to.
Anthony Cumia
coming up
tonight. He's out of the closet. He's fully. So yes, let's do some new stuff. See, a lot of people, we're going to be called a lib because we hate the watermelon joke. Well, we don't hate the watermelon joke. It's just that we've heard it so many times, and we've also performed the watermelon joke. All of us. I mean, probably even Jules has done a watermelon joke to her friends in 7th. So that's the only issue we have with these jokes, is that we've just heard them so many times. And we've all, comic or not, have performed these jokes ourselves within our friend groups. Yeah, even in front of people we don't know. So that's what we're looking for. Just a new twist on the hatred.
Anyway, YouTube has all these fucking new words we're not allowed to say, so I've become like a free speech angry guy.
Free speech.
I don't know what else. Haven't tried the N-word yet.
Oh, really? You haven't done the N-word yet? There he is, afraid to say it. Say the word. Say the word.
Yeah, I said the word.
Josh Denny has you beat. He said the word.
Yeah, I said the word.
They were like, "Ooh, he's taking us in there, isn't he?"
This is
Yeah,
my favorite
fine.
part. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, is it? Say the word. I say it every 10 seconds. You should see me. I point at people. I write songs using the word. My songs using the word have had over 70 million views. 700 million. Maybe 1 billion people have heard me say that word. So let's catch up, Tony. It's time to say it. He's still saying N-word. You know who he says N-word? CNN. That's a CNN performs that word. And not here, not here. We drive it right into their minds. You're too afraid. So that's fear. So you won't say that word. You'll say cunt. Ooh. Whoa. You'll say fag. He won't even do faggot. You know, the N word of the F word.
The
So you
hard
say
R.
yeah, the hard R, of course. You got to go harder than this. You're Mr. Free Speech
Well, maybe
now.
he's about to say it.
Okay.
Let's see.
I don't know what else. Haven't tried the N-word yet. We're going to wait to Inauguration Day.
You could have said Inauguration Day and snuck it in. People would have died. We're going to wait till Inauguration Day. Whoops. Came up
Or
with that in
even-
1 second. I didn't need a typewriter to do that. I didn't need a mechanical keyboard.